Hey there, welcome back to the Filthy Rich Writer YouTube channel. Now, today you are going to get a special sneak peek into how we coach our students in the Comprehensive Copywriting Academy. What's coming up, is one of our laser coaching sessions, which are 10-minute sessions designed to answer really any questions that students bring to us. Now, you might hear some CCA-related terms, things like Pitchapalooza, which is a student-only event, but head down to the description below if you need a little bit more context. Now, our students are all in different states of learning copywriting and starting their careers and building their careers and all that kind of thing. And also, some of them want to be freelance, some of them want to be part-time, some of them want to be on staff. So you are going to hear a variety of different questions related to copywriting, business, all kinds of stuff. But I guarantee it's all going to be pretty helpful. So if you want to check out any other topics we cover, make sure you subscribe to the Laser Coaching playlist. Exciting, right? Now, even though you are not the one in the hot seat, I'm positive you will still learn a lot. So without further ado, let's get to it. What can we help you with?
I just wondered if maybe you could look at my portfolio site and just browse through. Maybe that would be great.
Absolutely.
Ta-da! Should I make this? Okay, cool.
Expand your reach and increase your sales. Oops, we'll scroll up just a little bit. Expand your reach and increase your sales with compelling copy. Yes. You knew I was going to love that, didn't you? Yes. First thing.
I learned from you.
And I love it. And just clearly Amanda knows, but for anybody who's watching this, what I'm looking for when I get to someone's website is a very clear and compelling, immediately a benefit to consumer. And the thing is putting on that potential client hat, they immediately know that you care first and foremost about their business and about their results. So it's fantastic. Yeah. Go ahead and scroll down then.
I love that image, by the way. Yeah.
Great picture. The right copy is the power to grow your business. The average visitor to your site will read only about 20% of your content. Every word has to count. My copy is research-based and targeted to your ideal client. Google gets around 63,000 searches per second. I integrate your SEO keywords into your copy to expand your reach and increase your sales. I obsess over every detail of your copy to make sure it's professional, clear, and benefit-driven so you don't have to. Check out how I can make your life easier and make you money here. Love that call to action. The only thing I would say is that, and Kate's probably going to say the same thing, is these are some really, really interesting points. I would love you to get to the benefit of each of these points, right? So it's targeted to your ideal client. And so what? So that and what, so I don't think you need to worry too much about statistics, right? To say Google gets around 63,000 searches per second. Interesting, but we all know Google's a big deal, right? If you were to be like, oh, is Google important to a business? Yeah, everybody knows that Google's important to a business. So instead, I would talk about what you integrating the keywords it does, how it benefits them, basically. Look for ways to incorporate benefits into just about everything you possibly can.
And what might help, I was going in the same direction, but even these are all things that you could potentially, if they're reframing them as benefits, what they're going to get by working with you. So if you reframe it like that, and not these words, but you're going to get bullet number one, whatever that, benefit is. And then it'll help you take out the kind of my I statements and put that focus back again on your client.
Yeah. Great point. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead and scroll down. Let's see. I love a good testimonial. Yes. The only thing that I would consider doing if I were you is throwing quote marks around it. That's just, it makes it really, really easy. Exactly. There's certain things that naturally draw eyes on pages. Numbers do that. And, what are the punctuation marks, that kind of thing. Yeah. So when they see the quotation marks, it's immediate cue that is a testimonial. Cause otherwise they kind of have to get to the end of that paragraph and then
waiting
see
until his attribution.
Someone.
Exactly.
Got it. Exactly. Cool. Yeah. So just little itty tricks. Okay. Invest in words that sell, website copy, reach your ideal customers with benefit driven targeted messages that should be very little thing, right? But it should be
Sales,
messaging that increase sales, benefit driven, targeted messaging that, increases sales.
Right,
Reach your ideal customers with benefit driven, targeted messaging that increases sales. Yes, pardon me, excuse me. That's perfect the way it is. I think the only thing to be careful of is to avoid words that are our industry specific. You may work with more savvy marketing directors and that kind of thing who understand the concept of benefits versus features and all that kind of thing. But there may be some who don't. And so when you say benefit driven, it might not mean anything to them. Right?
Sure.
So I would come up with a way to say that gets at what you're trying to say, but without using the copy industry terms.
Okay.
When you say benefit driven, I know exactly what you mean, but your target audience might not.
Got it.
And I think there's an image below this. So I think what I'm going to say is valid, but take it back if it's not. Be careful. I would say these are 3 buckets and they're 3 great buckets, but is this all you want to focus on? As someone coming in to say, I might see product descriptions, email funnels, website copy. Okay, I don't need any of those things. Maybe I need something else. Is this the copy, or can she work with me? Is she going to be the right fit for me? I tend to go more broad, if you like print, web content, if you had a content section, if that is something you want to do. Not necessarily how you have to organize it, but I think the broader you can be, unless this is specifically what you want to focus on, then the more opportunity there is to be like, oh yeah, she can do whatever it is.
That makes sense. Yeah. I do want to eventually have some kind of narrower focus, but right now, just starting, I think that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, exactly. When you're just starting out, you want as much experience in as many different industries as possible. So yeah, that's a great point, Kate. Okay, scroll down. Let's see.
And this is just my Instagram feed down here, and then that's it.
Okay.
I might recommend, because this is the homepage we're on, right?
Yes.
I might recommend, and scroll back up for a minute if you don't mind, just before I know you have the contact me up at the top. You can check out how I can make your life easier and make you money here. Where does that click through to?
That goes to the services.
Okay. I might have a contact at the bottom just to really anchor it to, if they've gotten all the way to the bottom, give them a way to easily, I know the contact again is up there, but I feel like it can kind of get lost in the header to have a really clear call to action of like, yeah, let's do this type of thing.
I would also consider just putting, is this clickable? Is your Instagram feed clickable?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. You know what I would do, actually? I was going to say we need to tell people it's Instagram. I would remove it. Because here's the thing. Instagram exists because we want to get people back to your site. We don't want to drive people to Instagram. We want people to stay here. The one thing that we want people to do here, or the end result that we want people to take, is to get in touch with you.
Okay.
So we're comfortable with them staying on the site, looking at your portfolio, looking at your about, all that kind of stuff. But the problem with Instagram, especially since it's clickable, and if it's not clickable, then what's the point anyway? But is that when people click on it, they go somewhere else and then you lose them. You want Instagram to be useful for getting people to your site. Yeah, exactly. Especially on Instagram.
You know what it is. You go to Instagram for one purpose and then 5 hours later, you're like, why am I still here? Why am I scrolling?
Okay. And you think that's true even if I want to potentially write Instagram content?
Yeah, because you can have that in your portfolio. Exactly. Okay. Yeah. But don't make it clickable. You want to have screenshots. Don't never send anyone off of your website.
Okay.
All you want
to make sure it opens in a new window, but even then it's dangerous.
Yeah.
Got it.
Cool. Okay. Let's go over and look at your portfolio.
Let's go to the portfolio. Yeah. Beautiful site, by the way. I love the
looks great. Looks great. Okay, so let's click on the Delaterra packaging copy. Very exciting. Okay, the client. Love it. Awesome. Delaterra's artisan pasta company that produces high-end pasta for restaurants and retail grocery stores. The project, this business needed copy on their packaging that was directed at their target audience and clearly indicated the unique qualities of small batch artisan pasta that would justify the higher price point. Okay, great. High-end pasta. Okay, super. And then scroll down a bit. Okay, so here's what I want. You're 2/3 the way there.
Do you have anything below before I'm on the same page, but is there anything below the image?
Oh yeah, good question.
No, it's just
perfect. Okay, cool. Sorry.
So you have who the client is. That's great. You have what the project is. You have what the problem that they brought to you was. Mm-hmm. Now, this is the real golden part, the meat of it. You want to talk about how you solved that problem, because what that does is gives insight into how your mind works as a copywriter, as a partner to this brand. You want to show how you solved the puzzle, because that shows potential clients that you didn't just come up with some great words and they happen to work. Mm-hmm. It shows them the strategy that you put into each of it. And you want to do that for each of the pieces on your website. Does that make sense? Yeah. Right.
If you have results for any of them, of course, add it, not necessary. But if that were like, say, an email that, and you reach back, hey, how did that email perform? What was, the click-through rate? What was the open rate? Blah, 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 blah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And if you need a little inspiration, go back to some of the coaching call recordings. Mm-hmm. And because it's usually toward the second, it used to be toward the second half of the calls. Now
it's calls it
mostly. But you can kind of skip through and find, and we have the timestamps on it, but skip through to find and see how other people have done it and see what feedback people are giving and all that kind of thing.
And we put one in the build your portfolio section. There's now one of many, but just as an example, of clipped, it's an hour long, of 3 different portfolios, I believe, on that one in the build your portfolio section, in case you don't want to go down the rabbit hole of coaching calls, but obviously plenty there as well.
And even in the portfolio, is it okay to just put like a Google Doc type of picture, or do I need like an actual screenshot of the actual email?
Yeah, you want an actual screenshot of the actual email.
As possible. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. Because the thing is, the implication when it's just a Google Doc is that it was nobody actually ever sent it. Right. So you do want a screenshot of the, and just one more thing, because we hit our time, but if we do scroll down, because I think I saw something. Yes. Okay. So instead of putting your email address and your phone number on here, I would just let everything filter through a contact form.
Okay.
And the reason being is if you haven't yet, you're going to start to get a whole bunch of spam to that Gmail. And then also, just a safety thing, I wouldn't put your phone number out there just to the world at large. You can obviously give your phone number once you've had contact with a potential client. If you want to go talk on the phone versus on Zoom, then yes, absolutely give them your phone number at that point. But I wouldn't put your phone number out there before you kind of pre-qualified people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And a form makes it easier for the client too. They don't have to leave the platform, copy your email address, open an email, paste the email in.
Great
it's
point.
A little bit of a smoother process for them just right there to be like, here's what I need.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Great point. Yes. But you have a fantastic website. You are like 90% of the way there. Yeah. It's looking great. It's looking really great.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much for all y'all do and for all the feedback.
You are so welcome. So welcome.
I'm really excited and hope that I can do this full time at some point very soon.
Did you start pitching during Pitchapalooza?
I did. And, I haven't gotten any clients from that, but I've gotten clients from like Facebook, random people that I knew in high school. And so
there you go.
Like that. Great. So,
and
good for you for putting yourself out there.
Yes, that's awesome. And have you continued pitching since Pitchapalooza?
See, the thing is that I'm struggling with is that I pitch and I get into a cycle and then I get a client and then I'm putting all my energy into the client and then I forget to continue pitching.
Yes.
So that's kind of where I am right now. So I just need, I'm a teacher, I work full time. So I need a solid routine, I guess.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And the great thing is it's your schedule. So you can build that solid routine. You can have it be that, okay, Monday afternoon or Monday morning or whenever it is, that's when you send out your pitches and put it on your schedule and make it non-negotiable. Because the only way that you are going to get to the point where you have consistent clients and you get to the point where eventually, if you want to leave to be full-time, is if you are continually pitching, because pitching equals clients. And if you cut off that pitching, then yes, you will get some residual clients from Facebook and from just telling people. That's great. but the only way that you can control whether or not you get clients is by pitching consistently.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yes. You can do it.
That's on my list.
Good for you.
Push out your
can
client deadlines and have your business time, like if you're like, oh, I was going to deliver this day, but you know what? I'm going to save that day for business building. So I'm going to push it out.
Yeah. Obviously hit your deadlines, but,
right. But that's what I'm saying when you're setting your deadlines.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes, you can do it.
Yay. Keep us posted on how it goes.
Excellent. Thank you so much again. And you guys are great.
Thank you, Amanda.
Thank you.
Thank you. Like what you heard? Hit subscribe so you never miss a video. And if you're ready to take the first step toward becoming a copywriter yourself, sign up for a free video training right here.